Hey, Chad, what episode is this, Chad?
This is episode number 147.
47, 100. Okay.
Yes.
So does that mean, are we quitting at 200? Is that it?
Yeah. Screw it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
200 albums, 200 podcasts, and done. So why are we wearing the same shit which we were wearing the last time? Or our future selves. Excuse me.
Why will we be still wearing the same clothes next week?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you why. Because our new...
Yes.
What?
The long-awaited, much requested work shirt, the Blagmatic work shirt, is in stock at the moment. This will have been sold at our show at the Ashford Pub, which has by this time you see this has already happened.
Yeah,
but,
you missed it.
But we will be selling these as long as they last. We ordered quite a bit of them, but they do tend to go pretty fast. I would have to say, I mean, the work shirt is probably the most popular item in our collection of merch that we've had.
So why don't we have them all the time? I'll tell you why.
You'll tell us?
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Some other time.
What?
Some other time.
Some other time. Okay.
No, yeah, they take up so much room, and usually we have a couple of other T-shirt designs and all different sizes, so it's impossible to keep.
Yeah.
All that gear, PA, and
It's also it's an item that there are certain things that are easy to mass produce online and or produce as needed online. That's why you can go and buy any T-shirt basically you want from us on our website right now. But the work shirts they're a little bit more difficult to produce because it's a bulkier garment, and the printing there's buttons and things on there that you can't really have a machine do it. You need somebody who's supervising it. So, but having said that, like I said last week, we're selling these at the shows, but we ordered a little bit more than we usually do because we want to actually sell these on the website. So
the supplies right now are difficult. The supplies are, as we've told you 1,000 times now with the LP, with the vinyl, we're just the global supply for vinyl is dwindling, or not dwindling, but it's just everything is hard to get right now. It's just there's a worldwide shortage, so that's difficult. But we're also with even ordering these shirts. We had ordered them a while back, and they didn't have the brand that we like. They have another brand that's just not, the quality is not as good. So we opted to wait and do it again. So yeah, now we have them, and so we'll get them out to you as quickly as possible. And also coming up next week too, we have our friends Flint and Mark from Catch My Carbon. You may have seen the first episode. That's coming up next week. We've got a very cool interview with them. And this week we're going to be talking about the perils of decaf coffee and how it leads to satanic worship and basically love of all things evil.
Yeah, right.
So no, this is our Death Before Decaf episode. Today we're going to be speaking with our friend up in Omaha, Nebraska, Mr. Chris Knauf. He runs the Siena Francis House, the place that benefits from our coffee sales, our Blaggard coffee, and our very limited now, we're down to the last few bags of cinnamon or holiday blend coffee, which is a flavored coffee. And if you haven't tried it yet, it's very good. It's very good. I'm not a flavored coffee drinker, but it is, it's got a good kick of cinnamon in there. And it's, the coffee is organic, and it's from Hill Beans Coffee in Omaha, Nebraska. And they're spectacular. The roasting is you'll hear all about it in this episode. And you'll also hear why we love Omaha so much.
That's right.
And the work they're doing up there, it's a shelter, it's a homeless shelter, and it's more than that, because they're, as you'll see here in a few seconds, Chris and that team up there are 100% hands-on, and they don't do it just to do it for a job. They do it. It's in their blood. They love it. And they take care of everybody the way people should be taken care of. It's a beautiful thing. And this time of year, you can really use as much goodness as you can find, right?
Yep.
Right.
That's right.
So let us introduce you to our good friend, Chris. And I hope you enjoy it. And put a link on there for the Siena Francis House if you'd like to donate. We've done shows up at the Travel Design Lounge in Omaha, benefiting the Siena Francis House. It's a joy to know these people because they're working so hard and they are making a difference.
Yeah, as you'll hear us talking about this, this is the beginning of a very long and fruitful friendship, I believe.
So, Chris, welcome. Thank you for letting us share your image across our tens of. This is the first time that we're meeting, Chris. And do you pronounce it Knauf?
Knauf, yeah, you're one of few to actually get it right the first time. So I always say 5 letters have never caused so much confusion. So that's great.
Yeah. My last name is Devlin, and I get Delvin more than
right.
More than not. And it's I understand that. So this is like we said, this is Chris from the Siena Francis House, who we've been working with, unbeknownst to Chris. Chris is the boss man, but we know we've been promoting Blaggards Brew Coffee, and now we have Cinnamon coffee for the holidays, and we're talking to Chris today about having doing a rollout to get this stuff out there. The coffee is great. We're huge fans, and they're your next door neighbors, Hill of Beans in Omaha, Nebraska.
Yes. So one of my favorite things about this partnership, Patty, is actually how it started, and the fact that the person who kind of runs our social media said, "Hey, do you know anything about a Irish stout rock band in Texas selling coffee on our behalf?" And I said, "Absolutely not, but tell me more because this sounds amazing." So that's when we saw the post. Then you're selling it on your Facebook page, and certainly we're linked into it. And I was like, we have to get in contact with these guys immediately because this is awesome. And I'm a huge coffee drinker myself. So I want to tell as many people who will listen about this exciting new partnership.
Fantastic. Well, we're thrilled, and just to also mention too that I'd love to say that it was our wonderful idea, but actually it was John and Siena, Nania, your other neighbors. Mm-hmm. So I guess you got Hill of Beans here, and you got Nania's over here. You got real estate's got to be real cheap up there.
Yeah, tell me about that relationship a little bit more, because that was that's sort of one of those whole interesting things when the universe is talking and making those introductions. Tell me a little bit more about that relationship with our Omaha friends.
Yeah, Chris, they will never say it. They will never tell you, and they'll never want to be recognized for what they do. But they're these people that just give all the time. John, when we met him, was working for the Red Cross. And if you met him and you just talked to him on the street, you'd think that he could do more damage than the Red Cross could actually fix. But he's actually one of these people that's just they just give, and they're not happy unless they're working for other people. Doing stuff for other people.
Right.
We met them through some friends of ours, Jeff Quinn and Jay Holland. These wonderful people up in Omaha, and John had said, "Hey, come do a house concert at our place." Mm-hmm. So and again, one of these things where they do all the work, we show up and we play, and we get all the glory. I mean, it's just they're just selfless, and they're saintly, and they're everything. They're fantastic. So what they said, John, I'm always talking about coffee, and I'm always drinking coffee. I mean, So John said, why don't you do something with this? And so it was them that steered us into it. We just look like we're, genius.
Hey, take the credit. You are geniuses, all right? There's nothing wrong with the collaborative effort when you're coming up with these things. So absolutely, and I too, I'm a big coffee drinker myself. It's amazing how much coffee as an organization we actually go through. So, Siena Francis House, it's the Omaha's only low barrier shelter in town, which means it's the only shelter where people that are under the influence or suffering from addiction or alcoholism can go to. It's the only shelter where if you're suffering from mental illness, that there's a place for you, a shelter where maybe some people are involved in the criminal justice system. We're the only game in town. Not to say that we're the only shelter in town, but those other shelters, and we all work collaboratively with one another. We don't have children here. We don't have families here, sort of because of the environment that we have, and we have to be who we are because no one else would be here otherwise. Yeah. So we have, right now we're averaging close to 400 people just in the emergency shelter alone. That's not even our residential addiction facility or our permanent supportive housing apartment units. That's just the shelter. 104 women, the rest men. We serve 3 meals daily: breakfast, lunch, dinner, and most everyone who's in the shelter takes advantage of those daily meals. So particularly on breakfast, the amount of coffee we go through, it's kind of, what you're doing, and this particular sort of sponsorship and partnership, it's actually quite symbolic of, kind of who we are and what we do, in the sense that that is an item that it's one of those creature comforts. It's one of those things that no matter what background you're from, we all bond around, and we all sit down and we're able to have conversation over a cup of coffee. And it's particularly as it gets colder here, that warm glass or that hot glass of coffee, that hot mug of coffee goes a long way, and at least brings a little bit of enjoyment to the lives of, quite frankly, some people here who, life's tough, life's a struggle.
Yeah. Yeah, I really, hats off to you. It's a phenomenal organization, and we said before we hit record on the things I want to thank you for really truly thank you for your time, because I know your schedule. Just even today with and by the way, they're sending a crew over today, and you have to be here and there. So I mean, so thank you for this. And
it goes in spurts. I'm not touring. I'm not hopping on a bus like you guys or anything, and having to make sure that we get to the next gig within the next 12 hours. So we both know how those tight timelines can work.
Absolutely. So what we're going to do is we're going to push out. We're going to again, roll out this partnership to where we can use your media as well to piggyback on your your people as well, and push this out to where we can. I don't want it to stop at coffee. No. In
fact, Patty, you and I, we talked about the fact that, even just whether it's, we've talked about different events we want to look forward to in 2022. I can't believe it's 2022 already.
Yeah,
but,
I know.
And just like, coffee is a big part of, our morning ritual here at the shelter. We've got a lot of great roasteries in town, kind of having like a little coffee sampling. And, we talked about doing it around a time that you're actually going to be in Omaha. So you can actually perform as well. We love all of the partnerships here, but the fun ones, something like this, where it's two types of backgrounds, two types of organizations that at first glance don't necessarily, you wouldn't put one and one together. But this is such a fun thing, and with lively, personable people behind the scenes. So you're spot on. This is not just a one and done thing for us either.
Good. Yeah, I love getting up there. We really do. We've got lifelong friends there, and it came out of just an odd circumstance, and
right.
And so we really feel like we're part of it, and of course then because of John and Siena, we feel connected to you because they were telling us how great your work is, and we were immediately attracted to that too. Anybody that's that's trying to help other people, they're we're fans of. So
whenever you come into town, I'm just curious, because I just had some friends come in town, and it's like, okay, where are we going to, what parts of Omaha do we want to show them? So I guess my question to you as people who come here is, how many times have you been to the zoo? How many times have you had to drive by Warren Buffett's house?
Oh,
yeah, right. I'm trying to think of the other big thing that when you're in Omaha, you have to do. I guess go eat a steak somewhere.
Yeah. Well, and again, Texas and Omaha, the steak thing are kind of neck and neck. It's
I won't ask you to say publicly which one's better. We'll play Switzerland on that one for now.
Oh yeah, well, Chad can tell you. What's your favorite, Chad?
Texas or Texas or Omaha?
He's vegan.
I haven't eaten meat in about 6 years.
But
But it's a tie then. Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to tell you it's a tie. Absolutely. So
yeah,
yeah.
Right. So when you coming in town next? Do you have the tour, the 2022 tour set yet, or?
We're hoping for April. We're hoping for, when we just want to make sure there's no crazy stuff on the ground, or it's,
Right.
And, a little bit nicer weather. But we definitely want to do the, like you were talking about, the coffee tasting and the performance and stuff like that. So we'll get together on that too.
We can't wait to have you out here. And, it'd be great even if we could line up maybe an acoustic performance for some of the guests and clients here. Really do something cool to kind of put you front and center and talk about all the, your own generosity and the work you did to, shine as big of a spotlight on Siena Francis House. I think one thing when I first started, so I've been in this role about 1.5 years now. And I think like anyone else, if you come from, a particular background, or if you're not used to kind of seeing a population of individuals experiencing homelessness, you don't know what to expect. And particularly with a low barrier shelter, you come in and it can, be quite frankly a little jarring at first because it's not what you're accustomed to. But what you find, or at least what I have found, and in talking to other people who come and visit our campus, it seems to be a common story, common thread, is that our guests, our clients could not be more gracious and more grateful for the people that come to our campus and help out and serve meals and help clean and do all of the things for, again, a population of people who have had real challenges in their lives and haven't had the kind of generosity and goodwill shown to them that we show here. So, anytime we could get, people such as you, people like Blaggards here to, put on a show. In fact, for Veterans Day, we just had a local group called Guitars for Vets here, where they actually give out a guitar and free guitar lessons to local veterans. And they were so awesome. And for the guests to be able to enjoy a meal while having some really good music played, it was just really cool. The whole, the energy and the environment was just amazing that day.
Fantastic. Good. Yeah. So we're game.
Right.
We're ready to go to work too. And, it's we're a fast setup and tear down so we can help clean up too. So
we'll do that work. No, you've got all these friends that volunteer here in Omaha. We'll just have them here that day and they can slide right into volunteer duties, right?
Yes. I'll sign them up.
So what do people have to do? Here's my promotional pitch. This is where I come in and really sell the coffee here. What do people have to do to get in on this Blaggards blend coffee with proceeds that benefit Siena Francis House?
You can buy them straight from us at any show that we play, as long as we still have some left. It's been going really fast. Quite frequently when Patrick mentions it from the stage, we'll sell out on the next break.
Oh, wow.
It moves that fast. But we are also selling them on our website right now. Okay. We have a limited amount of Centerman left right now. But if you jump in ASAP, we should be able to take care of you.
We might be buying out the bulk of that because we've had some great community partners who, we want to do at least something special at the end of the year for. So we've got great coffee mugs, and to be able to, give some of our partners a bag of Blaggards blend along with those coffee mugs. It's, it's just a small little token of our appreciation for everyone who's helped us throughout the year. So if you're out there listening and you need some coffee and you want in, get in now, because I might buy up the lot here pretty soon.
Yeah. And like I said, we're going to continue to bang on your door. Like we said, this isn't a one-time thing, because I want to push forward on this too. And we want to, I know we did something with the Travel Design Lounge in Omaha as well. And we trying to raise money for toiletries and stuff like that. And, cause it's the stuff that you don't think about that sometimes ends up being the most urgent.
Right.
So again, so right now we're trying to do coffee. I mean, we're going to continue doing coffee, but I'd like to further down the road. I'd like to do a little, something else to where we can come in and do another promotion for
What I'm really hearing is that the band loves Omaha so much that they're actually looking at real estate here to permanently move and become Omaha's favorite stout Irish punk rock band.
Easy. That's easy. Well, we also, we're not shy too. So I can, we can just stay with the Nanias. I can.
That's right. Exactly.
We can just move in. We can just move in. They're going to say
hands on deck. Everyone needs some help cleaning that house, so it's fine.
Yeah, but we don't help there. We just make sure they have stuff to do. Now right. There's two of them are sitting by they're having heart attacks right now. So
time to buy more coffee.
Just yes. Again, man, thank you for I know your time is precious, and I know this is a crazy time of year for you especially because it's going to be so just down the road too. Just keep us in mind when you need if our calendars, if it works out on the calendar too, if we can come through and do a drive for whatever we need, what's ever needed. We want to be there.
Well, we touched on it earlier. I mean, I really do view this as a long lasting, not just partnership, but friendship. Again, it's so cool that, a band from Texas, however many miles away, it really has basically said, this is going to be our project. This is going to be our organization in Omaha, Nebraska. It speaks volumes towards the character of all of you. We love it. Certainly, this is going to be something that we continue to work together on, and in a relationship that's going to continue for the years to come. So, I know you and I and all, the three of us are going to continue talking, and we'll match up some dates here. And I know that things are a little tough with COVID getting better, but still, that it's still out there. I have a very strong feeling that in the next 6 months that we're going to all be meeting in person, enjoying some coffee and listening to some music together.
Absolutely.
No question. No question.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate the both of you. I appreciate the band. I certainly appreciate the coffee, and look forward to putting in my order here.
Fantastic. I'm delighted to meet you. I can't wait to shake your hand and have a coffee in person.
Oh, it's going to be great. And as soon as you get those dates figured out, let me know so we can kind of put our event around you when you're going to be here.
Wonderful. Done deal, my friend.
All right, all.
All right, listen, happy Thanksgiving and stop working so hard. What an amazing personality.
I was impressed. He was just, we talked about possibly recording the show. We weren't really sure. Originally, it was just going to be a meeting.
Yeah.
But Patrick said, just be ready to record just in case. And Chris was just on from minute one. He was ready to go. So I was like, well, hell, let's just hit record.
Yeah. You had mentioned that he's like a talk show host. He's he's that polished, and he's that he's just a phenomenal, just charismatic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really looking forward to doing that coffee tasting. I think that if we get enough advance notice on this too, we can do another, just post about it early so we can have people can join us. People, you don't have to be in Omaha. You can come to Omaha, come see it.
Yeah.
So really. Like we said, this is going to be a long lasting friendship, and we're just delighted to be involved.
Yeah.
And it's funny too. Chris didn't know that we were benefiting the house, that we were selling the coffee and benefiting Siena Francis. He found out about it, and I get a phone call. We were on tour at the time. And I get a phone call, and he goes, "Hey, this is Chris from Siena Francis house. I just found out that you're doing. Is this true?" I go, "Yeah, it's true." And he goes, "Let me help. Let me help you." So it was just, and I don't know if it was recording or not, but when I joined the meeting, Chris goes, "You looked exactly like
I
thought you'd look."
Right? Yeah.
Like, hey. So I immediately dropped and did like 50 sit-ups. I was like, damn it.
Right.
But that was very, very cool, and just yet another reason why Omaha. We're just so connected to Omaha. Just Chris is another example of that. Just
it's a great town, and we want more people to know what a great town it is, and so this is just more evidence for you. Yeah, looking forward to getting back to Omaha too this next year.
Yeah.
Hopefully more than once.
Yeah, that shirt that I was holding up there at the beginning of the show, that's going to one June Narnia, who called me, begged me, said, please wear it to bed, sleep in it, sweat in it, and then send it to me. And I said, okay. So yeah. So it's been loved in.
Only for June though, right? That's not
for June.
You can't request that on the store, right?
I don't know.
Okay. All right.
So very cool.
Join us next week. We're going to have Mark Cavanaugh and Flint. I don't know Flint's name. What's Flint's last name? I didn't catch that.
Mr. Flint.
Mark and Flint, Mr. Flint, Mark and Flint from Catch My Carbon.
Oh, and then we're off to Florida. So we're just keep an ear out if you're anywhere close to Jacksonville. We'll be back at Lynch's, and then we're going to be over at Celtic Ray and Punta Gorda. Yeah. So keep an ear out. We're going. Sunny, going down to Florida, get some sand in my shoes.
All right, folks.
Very cool. Everybody, take care of yourself. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, because the fuck does it mean?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Thanks again to Chris, and we will see you folks next week.
Yeah. Don't go change.